I'm Coach Phipps, and this is maybe a funny story about Officer Evans. Officer Evans and I coached a lot of years together, spent a lot of time with him, and you know him, and the community knows him as well-mannered, soft-spoken Officer Evans. Well, he had a different side to him also. When it came to sports, he was very competitive. This story has me umpiring baseball, and he's actually coaching in this baseball game that I'm umpiring. I was in the field, and the home plate umpire, and Officer Evans didn't agree on a couple calls. So I was kind of laughing to myself in the field as Officer Evans was getting upset with the home plate umpire, and they were going back and forth bantering. And the home plate umpire told him, "One more word, and I'm going to throw you out of the game." Well, I don't know if his word was word, but he said something, and that one word got him kicked out of a Dixie Youth baseball game. So I never let him live that down. I kind of chided him about that a lot. A Dixie Youth baseball game. Really, Rob?
To Lee Hodge, and this is my good memories of Officer Evans. My favorite memory of Officer Evans is before every football game and before the scrimmage for the basketball game. He always told me to rub his head for good luck, and that's what I did when we won the game.
My favorite memory, or one of the memories I have of Officer Evans, is from several years ago. I remember that myself, Officer Evans, Coach Phipps, and Coach Stokes went to an away football game at Chester High School, and Heath, Coach Stokes' little boy, was with us, and I remember, he wasn't very big at the time. We went to the Catawba Fish Camp. We stuffed our faces, and we had a really good time. And I remember that Coach Phipps and Coach Stokes were sitting in the front of the vehicle, and Officer Evans and I were sitting in the back, and we were just back there cutting up, being silly. And Heath, again, wasn't very big at the time, was getting real tired because we'd gone to watch the Demons play Chester. And we were back there cutting up, and he thought we were making fun of him. So he kept getting real ill, and of course me and Officer Evans were in the back seat just laughing like little kids. And the more Heath got mad, the more we laughed. And it was just, it was a really fun time. But that's just one of the many things, stories that I can remember about Officer Evans.
Hello, Lugoff Elgin Middle School. My name's Coach Stokes, and I have a funny story about Officer Evans. A couple years back, we used to go to all the playoff games, football playoff games, Coach Phipps and Officer Evans and I. And Officer Evans was real proud of that Titan truck he had, and we'd always gas it up and take off to wherever the Demons were playing. And I remember one time we were going up to J.L. Mann or Greer or somewhere up there, and there was a car wreck on the interstate, so we took a back road, and we're kind of late. We were in a hurry to get there because we wanted to get there before the game started, and he was weaving. He kind of looked. We had a slow car in front of us, and he would look around that car and pull back in. He'd look around that car and pull back in. Finally, I think he got frustrated a little bit. He pulled out, and he jumped on that truck and tried to pass a car. And there was another car coming, and Coach Phipps and I were looking at each other, and finally he went slowed down real fast and cut back in there. And it was kind of funny to Coach Phipps and I, because I don't think Officer Evans realized how much he scared us. But I had like fingerprint indentions in the door in the seat where I was so scared. But that was a funny time that we had with him. There was a lot more of them, but that was just one of them.
Kayla Wanamaker, and I was gonna just say some memories that I have with Officer Evans. He always used to come and eat lunch with us, and he would sit right in front of me, and every day he would come behind Lexus and Emily and go bam and try to scare us.
Good morning, guys. I'm Officer Wages. I'm here to tell you something really funny about my buddy Officer Evans. We used to call back and forth and prank each other. Kind of got started with it. He had this alter ego that he would call and give like the morning weather and sports report and all that. It was really funny. He'd do that to me all the time. So I told him one day, I need to do that. And he said, well, you need to come up with a name. And I was like, what kind of name do I need to come up with? He said, well, give me a name of your dog. And I said, well, Jack. He said, what street do you live on? I said, Trotter. He said, okay, you're Jack Trotter. So anyway, we would go back and forth with news reports and weather and sports and all that kind of stuff. And while I was checking voicemail the other day on his phone, I actually heard one of mine that I left him. It was really hilarious, so I kept it. So that's my funny story. And there's so many more that I could tell, but I love that guy. So thanks for letting me talk.